Welcome to Saletrategy, a podcast about sales, business and strategy, brought to you by Manzaneque.com. Welcome to our podcast. This is Nathan Manzaneque and this is Saletrategy. And of course, we're going to talk about what we can do to stay positive during this coronavirus thingy. Now, these are very anxious and unusual times, and these brings unforeseen difficulties for sales guys, for business owners all over the place. But the best of human nature can rise to the challenge if we manage to stay positive. Is that realistic? Because with so many tragic things happening, can we expect you and me and everybody to stay positive in this crisis that we experience, in this lockdown that we have in many countries? Well, the thing is that it doesn't matter what we believe, staying positive is a core ingredient in the recipe of successful coping in a crisis. Now more than ever is the time for us to be proactive about creating small moments of happiness in our everyday, given the findings in psychology about positive emotions. So let me first share a few really practical things that you can do to foster positive emotions. And the first one is to savor the small moments. Even during lockdown, even if you live in a very tiny flat, you still have many small moments that you can enjoy. And there could be many different things. It could be the smell of tea, coffee, toast, the feel of the warm shower on your back, and so on. So when you stop to take in these moments, allow yourself to savor them. Instead of just rushing by, or let them rush by you on automatic pilot, give your brain a chance to process the pleasure, to boost your serotonin, which is this feel-good neurotransmitter that helps elevate your mood and helps you to stay calm. So savor those small moments. Be in the lookout for them. And once you find them, try to make sure that you are enjoying yourself, you're giving yourself permission to enjoy those little things that are going to help you to stay positive. The second aspect is to strengthen your connections, and these has 4 layers. Strengthening your connections has to do with supporting your support network, or strengthening your support network, strengthening also your information network, and strengthening your business referral network and clients. The first one, what is your support network? Well, for those of us in family lockdown, now you have a fantastic chance to spend quality time with your loved ones. So let's take the time to hug our kids more, our partner, to look them in the eyes, to have long conversations with them, because all these little things, all these little gestures are going to promote that sense of closeness. They are also going to boost our oxytocin, which is a hormone that bonds people and also has a calming effect on your body. And when those oxytocin levels spike, they tell your body to switch off cortisol, which is the stress hormone. So that's in connection with our support network. But the same principles from psychology apply to your information network. Those people that can give you market intelligence, that can help you to stay tuned to positive things that you can do in your business, to increase it, to keep it going, and to overcome the situation. Number 3, in this point of strengthening your connections, has to do with strengthening your business referral network. Now, if you belong to a business organization, business networking organization, probably that organization like BTB or BNI or local chambers of commerce that are running meetings, also these other organizations like Young Entrepreneurs Associations, federations of business owners, all these elements, many of them are planning for online meetings. So don't hesitate. Don't think, I'm not bothered, can't be bothered. This is not holidays. This is keeping your mental sanity. And this is to help your business survive. So this is no time to take holidays from business referral networking. This is time to strengthening those connections that you have. And also, 4th aspect is to strengthen your relationships with your clients. Give them a call. Spend time with them, ask them what they need, because that is going to benefit not just your business in the long run, but your relationships with them. So we've discussed a few aspects in here, but another important aspect apart from savoring the small moments and strengthening our connections is to look for the good in others. It is so easy to find in your feed, on your social media, and also when you turn on TV, if you have one. These types of crises can bring out both things, the worst and the best in human nature. So if you choose to focus on these clips about people buying all the toilet paper in the world, people being abusive, people not respecting the lockdown and putting everybody else in danger, if you choose to focus on these things, your cortisol levels are going to go through the roof. You're going to feel a lot worse, and you're not going to feel mentally prepared to overcome what is ahead of us. So choose to focus in the positive. Choose to focus on those people that are helping elderly people, that are helping neighbors in whatever way they can. And make sure that you try to follow those examples. Focus and distribute news that are true, news that also are positive. Like, for example, philanthropists that are donating money to scientists to find a cure to this COVID-19. Like the Spanish Zara owner, Amancio Ortega. These guys donating not just his facilities in different factories to manufacture equipment for doctors and all these masks and everything, but he's also donating money to find a cure for this coronavirus. Doctors and medical staff that are working overtime to help sick patients. Neighborhoods that are putting together care packages for people who are sleeping rough. People are posting positive messages on social media, so find them and choose to focus on those three things that we mentioned. And by tuning into these three actions, you can potentially change your brain chemistry and build up your energy stores so you are better prepared to cope with other aspects of your day that have been made more difficult. And this affects not just yourself, but your family and whoever you have around you. I found these comments from Leah Waters, PhD in psychology, that were really interesting in an article that she wrote recently. And she mentioned about different aspects. One of them was draw up a family contract. And that was quite interesting. How does that mean? Well, if you live alone, you don't have somebody with you, you can still draw up a family contract, which basically is, okay, if we follow the SWOT analysis, what are our strengths, our individual strengths? Okay, you were good with this, and I'm good with this, and how that is going to help us moving forward during this lockdown. What are our weaknesses? If you live alone, what are my weaknesses? For example, do I have a tendency for melancholy, to be melancholic, for example? Or do I have a tendency to be negative? Whatever it is, let's identify those weaknesses and put them under control so they don't endanger the way we feel and our mental health. Also, what are the opportunities? What things we can do? What are the threats that can set us back? So let's have a goal as individuals, if you live alone, or as family, and be very upfront. And that is going to be the contract. That's going to be our commitment to be positive, to be helpful, to help one another during this lockdown. If you live alone, have that contract with yourself. Do not allow you to despair or to go into negative feelings. A second aspect was that she highlighted was to stick to routine. And the thing is, as much as we can, if we stick to routine, that helps us to feel increased safety. It also helps us with predictability and also helps us to deal with anxiety. So try to make a point of sticking to your routine, to having those things in a schedule so you can little by little repeat those actions that you were doing before the lockdown, and that will give you a sense of certainty that is going to make you and those around you way better. A third aspect that I thought it was really cool was to create zones in your home. So don't mix everything. Don't do everything in the same place in your PJs. Just dress nicely when you go to work, and when you go to work, have an area in your house, however big or small it is, and call it the work zone. So when you go to work, you have a different area. When you go to have fun, or you have a device zone, use it, enjoy it. Have a work zone, a chill zone, a sport zone if you can, but associate different areas of your house to different things that you want to do. And if we follow these little things, this is going to help our minds to cope better, to keep and take charge of our mental health. And capturing the small moments is also going to help us to stay better. What are the positives? If we can do this, if we can get control and rein our positive emotions, well, they can do a number of things. If we apply these things, they can increase our resilience. And some psychology research has shown that when we experience positive emotions on the back of a stressful event, we bounce back more quickly and have a faster cardiovascular recovery time. What does that mean? It means that our heart rate lowers and our blood pressure stabilizes more quickly when we are able to be positive. It also boosts our immunity. And there's a study where people were deliberately infected with the influenza virus and rhinovirus, and it found that those people who had more positive emotions were more likely to fight off the symptoms. And the opposite as well. People low on positive emotions were 2.9 times more likely to contract a respiratory illness in this study. And another point, it will help us to think more clearly. The way we feel influences greatly the way we think. Positive emotions boost our problem-solving abilities as well as our judgment, our decision-making, our cognitive flexibility and our creativity. So staying positive will help us and our kids and our family to be better at solving all the little problems that are being thrown our way right now. So just figuring out technology platforms for working, for schooling, how not to kill each other at home if you are with the kids, how to overcome those feelings of being bored or having this cabin fever, so to speak. And remember, after every night the sun comes out. And this is our chance to strengthen our minds, to take charge of our mental health so that we come out of this experience stronger together. I came across this powerful marketers program by an expert from Estonia called Mari-Liis Vaher, and it was great because it showed how you can learn how to better deal with anxiety. Find these resources, use them, stay tuned to podcasts, to encouraging material that can boost your confidence and can boost also the way you feel during this lockdown. And since you're here, we're asking our listeners to make a contribution in support of people who are struggling. In these extraordinary times, when anxiety and uncertainty are so high, could you share your personal experience with me so we can encourage other people? How are you coping with this lockdown? What are you doing? What strategies, what decisions you're making to protect your business, to protect also your family during these times? Could you share those by giving a comment on this podcast, by giving a comment on my website, nathanmanzaneque.com. Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to talk to you next week on Sales Strategy. Thank you very much for listening this week. This is Nathan Manzaneque, a business owner and consultant in marketing and sales, and a speaker. So if you're an ambitious person and you're looking for advanced growth in your business to help you achieve your objectives, or maybe you want to know where to place your focus in your business for this current growth phase in your business, please come and visit nathanmanzaneque.com. I'll be more than pleased to help you with your objectives.